So hi everyone, welcome to this video, and this video is all about the activities on chapter 3 of Cisco networking. So continue watching. So hi guys, so this is the start of the activity. So the first activity that I will show to you is the class activity designing and communications are a communication system. So, what is the objective? The objective is playing the role of protocols and standard organization in facilitating interoperability in network communication. So, this is the scenario. You have just purchased a new automobile for your personal use. After driving the car for a week or so, you find that it is not working correctly. Discuss the problem with several of your peers. You decide to take it to an automotive repair facility that might highly recommended. So if it is this it is the only repair facility located in close proximity. When you arrive at the repair facility, you find that all the mechanics speak another language. You are having difficulty explaining the automobile's performance problem, but the repairs really need to be done. You are not sure. You can't drive it back home to research other option. You must find a way to work with the repair facility to ensure your automobile is fixed correctly. So, how will you communicate with the mechanics? Design a communication model to ensure that the car is properly repaired. So, my communication model is this as I design it. So, it shows the mechanic, the message, and me. So, as stated in the scenario, there are difficulties in talking to the mechanic. I have difficulties in talking to the mechanic because they're speaking in different language. So, what should I do? I first I will find some language or that they may understand, because it is important for the communication to have the same language and able to both the receiver and also the sender have a connection. So through that, when I found the language that we are similar to, then the mechanic can tell me the message to me, and also vice versa. I can also tell a message to him and tell him what was the problem in my car, and it can repair what was the problem. So let's go back to the TBT. So what step did you identify as important to communicating your repair request? Just step needed is first things, as I've said earlier, you need to have a same language in order to communicate to the mechanic, because it is like, for example, this is like you are Filipino, then the other people you are talking is a Chinese. He has a different language, and also you have a different language. So how can you communicate to each other if you don't understand what each other say? So that's the first things important to communicating, and also important in this situation to communicate to the mechanic and to repair what is needed to be repaired in the car that you buy. So next is the next activity, the lab research network standards. So I do some research on this activity. So background scenario, using website search engine like Google. So I use Google to search some of this some of the answer. So research the non-profit organization that are responsible for the establishing international standard of the internet and development of internet technology. So in the internet is just not like and simple internet. There are also organizations that are involved in that. So these are the organizations that involve in internet. So the first question is, who is Jonathan B. Postel and what is he known for? So the answer that I found is, he was an American computer scientist who made a significant contribution to the development of the internet, particularly with respect to the standard. And the second question is, which two related organizations are responsible for managing the top-level domain name space and the root domain name space or DNS name server on the internet. So responsibility for management of the most top-level domains is delegated to the specific organization by the Internet Corporation for assigned names and numbers. So that is one of the organization that are responsible for that domain name system, the ICANN or the Internet Corporation, assigned name and numbers. So which operates with the Internet Assigned Name Internet Assigned Number Authority or IANA and in charge of maintaining the DNS root zone. So the two organizations that are related is the ICANN and the IANA. Next question, number 3. So Vinton Cerf has been called one of the father of the internet. So what internet organization did he chair or help found? What internet technologies did he help to develop? So Bin Cerf is considered to be one of the fathers of the internet, as stated in the question, have been the co-inventor of the TCP/IP or and having led influential work at DARPA then at MCI, where he pioneered an email platform called the MCI Mail. So what organization is responsible for publishing requests for comments or RFC? So the organization responsible for publishing requests for comment is the Internet Engineering Task Force or IETF. What do RFC 39349 and RFC 1700 in common? So what is the common of that? So both RFC 349 and RFC 1700 have an assignment number and both have a wide standard function. They also offer the application that offer link, socket port, and the protocol. So that is the common between the two. So next question number 6. What RFC number is a ARPA walkie? What is it? So RFC 527, the first numerous RFC which then led to the IETF launching April Fool's Day RFC in 1989. Number 7. Who founded the World Wide Web Consortium or the W3C? It was founded by Tim Berners-Lee at MIT. So, number 8, name 10 World Wide Web or WWW standard that the WIRE or the W3C developers and maintains. So, letter A, the first one is the CGI, second is CSS, third is DOM, the fourth is ZRDD, fifth is the HTML, sixth Math MLG, 7 OWL, 8 P3PI, and then RDF, then SISR. So that is the worldwide standard. So next question is, where is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineer or the IEEE headquarters located, and what is the significance of this logo? Corporate office in Network City and it is operation center in Piscataway, New Jersey, United States. The IEEE logo today is culmination of the original society emblems. So what is the IEEE standard for and the Wi-Fi Protect Access 2 or WPA2 security protocol? Wi-Fi Protect Access or WPA and WPA2 are currently security standard. WPA addressed the majority of the IEEE 802.11.I standard, and the WPA2 certification achievement full compliance. However, WPA2 will not work with some older network cards, thus the need for. Number 11. Is the Wi-Fi Alliance a non-profit standard organization? What is their goal? Wireless Internet Compatibility Alliance o WECA. Now, the Wi-Fi Alliance, a global non-profit organization created to promote new wireless standard. Who is Hamadoun Tor? Hamadoun Tor, born on September 3, 1953, of Mali, was Secretary General of International Telecommunication Union or ITU. He is specialized agency of the United Nations dedicated to the information and communication technologies ICTs from 2007 to December 2014. The 13th question is, what is the International Telecommunication Union or ITU, and where is it headquartered? It's a specialized agency of United Nations that is responsible for issues that concern information and communication technologies. It is the second oldest international organization after the Rhine Navigation Communication 1815. So name the three ITU sectors. So the three ITU sectors is the radio communication, standardization, and development. What does the RS in RS-232 stand for and which organization introduced it? So RS-232 or Recommended Standard 232 is referred to the standard originally introduced in 1960 for serial communication transmission of data. Number 16. What is a space wire? A space wire is a spacecraft communication network based in part of the IEEE 1355 standard for communication. 17. What is the mission of the ISOC and where are its headquarters located? It states that its mission to promote the open development, evolution, and use for the Internet for the benefit of all people throughout the world. The Internet Society has its headquartered in Reston, Virginia, United States, near Washington, D.C., and ad office in Geneva, Switzerland. What organization does the IAB oversee? The Internet Society or ISOC oversees the IAB, which in turn directs the IETF and IRTF. The IETF develops current Internet and TCP/IP standard and is headed by the IESG, which manage IETF working groups. Um, So, number 19, what organization oversees the IAB? The Internet Society ISO oversees the IAB. When was the ISO founded and where are its headquarters located? Founded on 23 February 1947, the organization promotes widely proprietary industrial and commercial standards. It is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, and as of March 2017 works in 162 countries. The part 2 reflect on the internet and computer networking experience. So, take a moment to think about the internet today in relation to the organization and technologies you have just reached. Then answer the following question. So, the first question that is asked is, how do the internet standards allow the greater commerce? What potential problem could we have if we did not have the IEE? So they make sure everyone can communicate. So through the internet standard, it makes sure that everyone around the world will communicate to each other. If there is no IEE, maybe the our internet will not manage well. So what potential problem could we have if we didn't have the W3C, the communication problem? So if we don't have W3C, there we have a communication problem. So what can we learn from the example of the Wi-Fi Alliance with regard to the necessities of network standards? That without them, network fails as computer don't know what they need to do communicate. So next activity is the packet tracer investigating in TCP/IP and OS model action. So So the next activity is installing the Wireshark. So objective, download and install the Wireshark. So background and scenario. Wireshark is a software protocol analyzer or a packet sniffer application used for network troubleshooting, analysis, software and protocol development, and education. As data streams travel back and forth over the network, the sniffer captures each protocol data type unit of PDU and can decode and analyze its content according to appropriate RFC or other specification. Wireshark is useful tool for everyone working with network and can be used with most lab and the CCNA courses for data analysis and troubleshooting. This lab provide instruction for downloading and instructing Wireshark. So, as you can see on the corner of the screen, which the cursor is, I already downloaded the application of Wireshark. But I will tell to you on how to download the application of the Wireshark. So, download and installing Wireshark. Wireshark has become the industry standard package sniffer program used by network engineers. This open source software is available for many different operating systems, including Windows, Macs, and Linux. In this lab, you will download and install the Wireshark software program on your PC. So before, so step 1, download the Wireshark. Wireshark can be downloaded from www.wireshark.org. So if you click this link, it will go here. So this is what we are going to see. Then click the icon above, which is download. So to download this, click this icon. Then next, so choose the software version you need based on your PC architecture and operating system. For instance, if you have 64-bit PC running Windows, choose 64-bit installer 64-bit. So this my PC is a 64-bit Windows, so I choose to install this 64-bit installer or Windows installer 64-bit. So after making selection, the download should start. The location for download file depends on the browser and operating system that you use. For Windows user, the default location is the download folder. So step 2 is install Wireshark. The downloaded file is named Wireshark Win X6XXXXE, which X represents the version number. Double-click the file to start the installation program. Respond to any security message that may display on your screen. If you already have a copy of Wireshark PC, you will be prompt to install the old version before installing the new version. It is recommended that you remove the old version of Wireshark prior to install another version. Click yes to install the previous Wireshark or previous version of Wireshark. So I click this Wireshark. Let's open. So let's see what's next. So as you can see, this is the prompt. Then we click next. Then as you can see, there's no um, license agreement. And as you can see the instruction, click I agree. Then this is it, the Wireshark, T-Shark, Wireshark 1. Oh, it's different. To user guide. So going to do is click next. Wireshark desktop icon. Check that. So click next. Next. So next to do is Finish the WinCap setup wizard if installing WinCap. So click next. Finish the USB capsule wizard if installing USB PCAP. So it takes time for installing. So I will go back after this Wireshark was installed. So as you can see, Wireshark is now completely installed and ready to use. So this is the next activity, the activity protocols and layers. So for the application, it is this SMTP, IMAP, wait, the IMAP, HTTP, FTP, the DHCP, BootTP, the POP, and a DNS. So for the transport, it is the TCP and the UDP. For the network access, it is the Ethernet and the interface drivers. And for the internet, it is the IP, OSPF, ICMP, and the EIGRF. So let's check. So that's it. So next activity, part 1, OSI layer function. Is it? So segment transfer resembles data is the transport. Exchange frames between devices is the data link. Contains protocol used per process is the application. Provides data path or route. It is the network. And the bit transmission is physical. Let's check. So for activity part 2 of the TCP IP layer function. So which layer controls the hardware devices and media? It is the network access. Oops. Why it's yan. Then support communication across diverse network. It is the transport. Then determine the best path through the network. It is the internet and represent data to the user and the controls dialog application. So let's check. So next activity, illustrate the encapsulation process. So at this part, it is data. Next is the segment. Next is the packets, the frames, and the bits. That is how encapsulation process is.